If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, if you want to tell me you love my beard, the best way to do it is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Johnny Fastlane here. So, some weirdo in the airport takes a picture of NLE Choppa's mother, and Lil Wayne cancels yet another tour date with Blink-182. Drake trolls Kanye West, and Meek Mill donates school supplies to the kids. Let's talk hip-hop.
Why would you delete? Why you take a picture of her for? Yeah, delete it right now. Go to your recently deleted and delete it too. Huh? Go to your recently deleted and delete it. Nah, go right here. I got it. Let me do it for you. Go to your recently deleted.
It's taken care of.
Taking pictures of her for.
Because he put his hands on her this one.
You love her. I smack that hearing aid out your hair. Huh? He said he love you.
This is funny, bro.
It's been a long day.
What's wrong with you, man?
Alright, yo, this is crazy, right? But they are weirdos out there, like perverts and freaks, and you know, and I ain't talking about the good freaks, like, you know, lady in the street and the freak in the sheets, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the good freaks, right? But there's also like weird freaks out there, like, bro, right? So I don't know, man. This old crusty guy was in the airport. First of all, NLE Choppa's in the airport. I guess he got kicked off his flight, right? He got kicked off like 3 times. First he said, you know, the flight was overcrowded, and then they were mad at him because he didn't put on his seatbelt, and then something else happened. So NLE Choppa had to reschedule, you know, whatever show that he was going to. He's like, oh, they messing up the bag, right? But whatever, right? So it seems like his mom is traveling with them, and he's just in the airport. But this weirdo, old, crusty guy basically tries to take a picture, or takes the picture of NLE Choppa's mother, right? Nasty, right? So I don't know, man. NLE Choppa saw him, right? And he's like, yo, delete that right now, right? Delete that right now. And then you hear the guy in the background talking about, it's deleted, you know, it's deleted. He goes, go to your recently deleted and delete it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I got an Android. I'm not an iPhone person, so I don't know. If you delete something out of Android, you know, in the gallery with the pictures, it's gone, right? So I don't know if on the iPhone or whatever like that, if you delete something out there, it's still in your recently deleted, but that's what NLE Choppa was telling me to do. Go when you're recently deleted and delete it again, right? And the guy goes, it's taken care of, you know, it's taken care of, right? And he's like, I should slap you, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I get it, right? And it also, I think that, you know, NLE Choppa's trying to protect his mom, right? And for his mother, for anybody, for their mother, if they love them, because some people don't love their moms, if you like Eminem or somebody. But, you know, if you're not Eminem, and you love your mother, then you're going to protect your queen, you know what I'm saying? So for him, you know, and I think that NLE Choppa basically took it really well and was pretty cool about the situation, because he could have got crazy and he would have been right to do so. You know what I'm saying? But this is just so crazy. He just threatened the guy a little bit low key, didn't really raise his voice at him. And then, you know, the dude deleted out his phone, man. But keep playing with NLE Choppa, yo. This dude is the type of dude that'll fight a ghost, you know what I'm saying? Outside in the middle of the night. So Lord knows what he gonna do to your crusty ass in the damn airport. But let me know what y'all thinking about this in the comments. Alright, so Lil Wayne goes on Twitter, right? And he goes, sorry, I'm not doing the show tonight in St. Louis because I got kicked out the Ritz and 12 got involved, so I gotta slide. Damn, Slime, it's all love though, right? So let me translate that for y'all. Basically, he said he got kicked out the Ritz-Carlton and the police got involved, so he's gotta leave, right? And it's crazy because this is, I think, like the 3rd tour date that Lil Wayne canceled while he's on tour with Blink-182, right? A couple months ago he canceled for a reason, because he felt like, you know, opening up for them wasn't cool. There's not enough hip-hop fans. They weren't vibing with them, whatever the case may be, right? So the whole situation is that apparently, like, Lil Wayne was in his hotel room on Friday night, right? And, you know, they were smoking or chilling or whatever like that. And there was a lot of, like, a big smell of, like, weed coming from there, right? And I don't really think that they called the police on Lil Wayne because he was smoking weed in his hotel room, right? But I think that the situation was somebody from the front desk called up to Lil Wayne's room and just told him, hey, yo, can you please, like, open up the balcony or whatever like that because it smells like mad weed up in this hotel, right? And they have a balcony. All they're telling Lil Wayne to do is open up the balcony, right? And then apparently in the morning, sometime around 10 o'clock in the morning, Lil Wayne sent somebody from his entourage downstairs to talk to them. And basically, you know, they started arguing with the dude. And that's when the police got called, right? So I don't know why he sent Lil Wayne, why Wayne sent somebody down there to talk to him. Was it because they told them to open the balcony? Or was it because, you know, the people in Lil Wayne's entourage say that somebody at the front desk kept forwarding like a phone call from a crazy fan to Lil Wayne's room. So apparently this fan realized what hotel Lil Wayne stayed in, but I guess didn't know the room, so they didn't show up at the room, but they kept calling the hotel asking for Wayne, and that somebody in the front would just kept forwarding the call to Wayne's room, and obviously that's annoying, right? So I think that's why the police got called, right? And then at the end of the day, between them getting annoyed last night over, you know, hey, open up the balcony, hey, it smells like weed, when Lil Wayne just wants to freely smoke, even though like it's okay, you could just go out on the balcony or smoke, or go in the front of the hotel and smoke or whatever, but Lil Wayne is Lil Wayne, so he doesn't feel like, yo, I'm Lil Wayne, so if I want to sit up in the hallway of the hotel and smoke, I could do that, you know what I'm saying? But between that, you know, the night before the whole thing happened, and between, you know, the morning time on Saturday with that crazy fan just calling the hotel, and them sending and forwarding the calls to the hotel room, they picking up the phone thinking that it's something important, and it's this crazy fan again, so they hang up, and then the fan calls right back over and over again. I think between all of that, Lil Wayne and them just decided to leave the hotel, right? Like, you know what? We out, right? And I think that because they decided to leave the hotel and they had such a bad experience at the Ritz-Carlton, Wayne was like, I ain't performing tonight. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they got kicked out. I don't see, you know, why anybody would kick them out. The police didn't arrest anybody. The police didn't say, okay, Weezy F baby, now you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? It would seem like the police came because it was a shouting match between Wayne's entourage and the people at the front desk, but once they calmed everything down, they left. And I think because of all that, police getting involved, y'all annoying me, the phone calls, this and that, Wayne was like, yo, one, we out. We not gonna be in this hotel no more, period, right? And two, I'm not performing tonight because I don't feel like it, right? My head is not in the right space and I'm annoyed, right? So I think that's what happened, right? And then Lil Wayne, you know, probably don't care anyway. He probably thinks that most of those fans are Blink-182 fans anyway. And even if he got to pay some money to the promoter or the venue because he didn't show up to the performance, he's like, I'll pay it. You know, why would he even care? You know what I'm saying? It's Wayne, he got the money. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Yo, so y'all see, right? Drake out here trolling Kanye like crazy, right? He got a whole hoodie on, right? Alright, so Drake is one of the biggest trolls in the world, right? And the way that Drake be doing it is so smooth, right? So slick that if you just knew Drake and, you know, his hits and, oh, that's Drake, you would think that he's just the nicest guy in the world, right? Not saying that he's not nice or anything like that, but he be trolling, right? And this is more of that. So he had this, right? Hoodie on all day, right? He went to Young Thug's concert. Young Thug brought out Lil Keed. Drake was there chilling on stage, you know, bouncing a Lil Keed or whatever. Had the hoodie on. Drake had the hoodie on all day, man. He was walking around, chilling, taking pictures, smiling, posing for the camera, all of that with this hoodie on. Ye must be born again, right? And this is funny because, all right, now, we got to get into it because a lot of people really are questioning, you know, how genuine is Kanye West's, you know, Jesus, you know, his current, you know, love for Jesus. Right now we know that Kanye West has come out, you know, even when he first started on his first album, when he came out with Jesus Walks, and that's old Kanye, and people loved him, and they were like, oh man, Kanye is the truth, he's dope, he's putting religion in his music, and that's cool, right? But over the years, the Kanye West that used to wear the white sunglasses with them lines in it and the pink polo shirt kind of faded away, right? I feel like that Kanye West faded away when his mom passed away, he kind of lost it a little bit, right? After 808s and Heartbreaks and then My Dark Twisted Fantasy, Kanye West kind of went off the deep end, right? Little by little, slower and slower, right? And I'm telling you now, man, I was talking to somebody the other day and they kind of told me that the way that Kanye West think, because they know Kanye personally, they were telling me like they kind of think that Kanye is using the world as a canvas, right? Or the world as like a way to express his art and a way to like do a social experiment almost, right? And so this is what the person told me, that, you know, the whole Trump supporting him and the MAGA hat and all that stuff like that is all part of Kanye's plan, right? That he's like, watch this, this is a social experiment. I'm gonna get people to hate me, and then I'm gonna get people to love me again, and I'm gonna show how society as a whole, or people as a whole, are so fickle, or how I could change their minds, or how their minds can be changed by, you know, a couple of actions that I'm doing on TV or on social media or whatever like that, right? And I think that's what Kanye West is up to, right? But if that's the case, then this whole, you know, Jesus is king, and, you know, sweet Jesus and a Sunday service and all that stuff is kind of pandering to the people then, right? Because he knows that he was in hot water. He knows that people were like, yo, Kanye, you bugging when you talk about this MAGA thing. And now he's doing all of this to get back to the people, because he knows if we sing a little church hymns in that cadence, and we, you know, have a bunch of people around us, and if we go, thank you, Jesus, that, you know, we just gonna be back on and love Kanye West like, you know, we always used to, right? And it's crazy, but I think that's what he's doing, right? And so Drake is kind of calling him out like, oh, okay, Kanye must be born again, right? You know, now he walking around talking about Jesus this and Jesus that. And Kanye plays the victim very well, right? He'll go on Twitter and do a whole rant and say, oh, all I want to do is love my brother, and you be sending me threats, and you be, you know, stalking me and throwing subliminals and putting, you know, devil emojis under my posts and everything like that. You know how Kanye be acting, right? But I don't know, man. Drake is a fool, yo. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
What's up, y'all? I wanted to stop by here today. My elementary school that I grew up in, going to as a kindergarten to the first grade. I just wanted to stop back and show my love and appreciation to my neighborhood. I want to give a shout out to Puma for collaborating with me on school supplies and book bags for the schools. I came here to give the kids a message. Continue to chase your dreams. Do what you do if you follow my music, if you like what.
So Meek Mill goes back to his old elementary school, right? And he donates like a bunch of school supplies, and it looks like a lot of like backpacks for the kids to, you know, this school in Philadelphia, which, you know, probably doesn't have a lot of money, and he just donates like mad backpacks to the kids. Yo, it looks like 100 backpacks, like for real. Like every student in the school going to get you get a backpack, you get a backpack, you get a backpack, you know what I'm saying? And this is dope, right? So a lot of times, you know, and I've seen rappers do this, and not only rappers, but this is Let's Talk Hip Hop, so we talking about rap, but pretty much anybody who's like in a certain tax bracket, they donate stuff to, you know, a charity, a cause, a community, whatever it is, right? So rappers do the same thing, right? So 21 Savage, Quavo, a lot of these people, I've always seen them donating, and I think that is so dope, right? The reason why they donate though is because, like, let's take a person like, I don't know, Fabulous, right? Fabulous is worth probably like $20 million, right? And if Fabulous, you know, is worth that much money, he's gonna have to pay taxes at the end of the year. He's not like the regular person with a 9-to-5 who usually would get money back from the government in April, right? Somebody like Fabulous is gonna have to pay money to the government in April, right? But let's say Fabulous, you know, donated $50,000 to some charity during the year. Well, now, instead of Fabulous having to owe the government, they'll give him back that $50,000, right? So basically, every dollar that you give out, you do get back. So it's kind of like fronting your own money to a charity and then getting it back from the government. So kind of technically, you're forcing the government to pay to that charity, you know, through you, which is kind of dope, right? That's just the way that the system works, and you know, why and who cares, but that's how it works, right? So that's what rappers usually do. 21 Savage, you know, Quavo, a lot of these rappers do that, and that's cool, right? But in this situation here with Meek Mill, is a little bit different though, right? So with Meek Mill, he didn't use his own money to donate these backpacks to the school, right? Because he's doing this in conjunction with Puma, right? Which is kind of interesting to me because, you know, Meek Mill's on Rock Nation, right? Meg Thee Stallion is on Rock Nation, and she also has a deal with Puma. Jay-Z's on Rock Nation, and he has a deal with Puma too, right? So Rihanna's on Rock Nation, and she has a deal with Puma. So it kind of seems like a lot of these Rock Nation artists are doing deals with Puma, one, and then two, and two, even though Meek Mill is basically definitely doing something good for the kids in the school, it's kind of weird because it's almost like a giant Puma commercial, right? So let's say that Puma would spend, you know, $20,000 to run a certain commercial ad on TV for 2 weeks, right? So instead of doing that, they'll just spend $20,000 on Meek Mill's appearance at an elementary school, and then the actual money that they're paying for every single bag for every single kid in the school, right? So now all those kids in the school are going to be walking around with Puma backpacks on there with a big Puma logo on their back, right? So those children are advertising Puma, 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 Puma. The whole school Puma'd out, and Puma paid for that advertising, right? So kind of strange and kind of weird, but definitely not the same as like donating or doing like a charitable event, right? If it's sponsored by Puma, right? And it's not like the same. So a couple weeks ago, Jay the Youngin actually went to McDonald's, which is another huge brand, right? And he gave some McDonald's to homeless people, right? But it's not the same, right? So one, Jay the Youngin didn't spend an ass load of money on the McDonald's, and then two, there was a McDonald's right there, some homeless people right here, and he just went to the closest place to get them some food, right? So that's something different, and I'm sure that Jay the Youngin is not going to even ask the government back for money or anything like that, because it's, you know, a couple bucks that he donated to them for McDonald's, right? But this is kind of different because I kind of see them using Meek as, you know, a sponsor, which they are using him as a sponsor because that's exactly what he's been doing. Or not a sponsor, a spokesperson, but he signed on to be a spokesperson for them, but also to facilitate, you know, this live commercial. Like instead of you know, watching something on TV about Puma or seeing a billboard about Puma, you're in Puma. This is the commercial, right? With these, you know, 100 bags or whatever like that. But let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Johnny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.